Hello there, Moletrap here, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of commentating here with my buddies Vaul and Diggity, and we're going to be doing a triple commentary here on the game between Frozean and, of course, I forgot the name of the other player. Hwasin. I had to see him there. Sorry, I don't know why that slipped my mind. It's probably because I haven't gotten any sleep this whole week. Well, not like no sleep, but very close to no sleep. Anyway. So yeah, there's Frozean right there, in his sweet little Samsung uniform there. And I like the Samsung uniforms for some reason. I'm not sure. They look slick. In any case, sorry. Moving on. This is the second game of Group A of the Arena MSL, and it's going to be very, very exciting. We just got off a very, very exciting match between Bisu and Jaedong, and that was pretty epic. This is not going to be nearly as epic. There's no blood involved or anything like that, but it should be a fun game though nonetheless. They're both pretty good players.
Yeah, Jaedong actually took out the last game, so the winner of this game will go on to take him on. But just noticing here that Frozean has actually gone for a proxy barracks. This map is Athena, by the way, and many of you guys probably won't have had a chance to play this map unless you're a pro player Korean, because the maps haven't been released yet. I checked for them last night looking to play on it, but couldn't find it. We've got Hwasin just going for a more of a standard build by the looks. He's, moving an SCV out, but, yep, putting a barracks down in his own base. So he's going to come out of some early pressure from Frozean. But since there's only one barracks and not two, and the barracks is pretty much going up at normal time, I think that he shouldn't have too much trouble holding this off. Possibly what Frozean wants to do is just put some early pressure on Hwasin just to get some kind of other kind of plan rolling. I don't think he plans to actually end the game like this, but just really put a little bit of pressure on, and I think that's what we'll be seeing him doing. Just got the first Marine being produced. By the way, this is actually a 3-player map, so Frozean doesn't know where Hwasin is, but he's easily going to find him right now because he's scouting the correct direction. It's basically a 50-50 chance of finding him at this point with SCV going out, and soon there'll be some Marines. Yep, first Marine out, second Marine coming along. I've seen quite a lot of TVTs from Hwasin, but not many from Frozean. And Hwasin, fairly standard kind of TVT player. Haven't seen too much from Frozean. I don't know whether he normally chooses TVTs, but looks like he's going for something fairly audacious right now with the proxy barracks. Does look like Hwasin is going to be in a decent position to hold this off, so long as his micromanagement is fairly alright.
Yeah, I'm not going to say this is a bad maneuver from Frozean. I definitely think putting your pressure on an opponent, it's not done as often, and I'm kind of like that he's doing it. It's a good opportunity on a fresh map. I don't think he's going to do as much damage as he's hoping. As you can see, he's already got 3 SCVs, 2 Marines. Third Marine coming up, already lost additional SCV at least. What I think this is going to accomplish, though, is this is going to be able to deny Hwasin the scout. Scout's going to be so busy dealing with these Marines, so busy dealing with the SCV and everything else in his base that he's not going to be, basically once he does get a scout out, Frozean's going to be able to cut it off. But Hwasin, in the meantime, I don't think this is going to affect him too much. He's an extremely good player. Looks like Frozean is holding up now. No, it looks like he's going to wait for a 4th Marine. Putting down a bunker at the front door, so it looks like he might be thinking about going for a seal maneuver. This is going to force Hwasin out, but it looks like Hwasin has managed to back this off. He's only got a single SCV at that position, but no big loss for Hwasin, or I'm sorry, for Frozean. Frozean's only going to lose those 33 minerals. Now it looks like he's going to back off. But yeah, I kind of like the fact that Frozean decided to go into Hwasin. I think that's a brave maneuver. A lot of players, they really haven't done that. Hwasin, in the meantime, producing a vulture, lifting off his factory. I'm kind of surprised he's lifting off that factory at this moment, and I'm curious if with that vulture he's going to be able to scout. I think though that Frozean has been getting his factory because he only put down that single barracks in the meantime, but he's got an eyeful on what Hwasin's doing, where again Hwasin has no idea what Frozean's doing.
Yeah, it seems like you're both correct in that he did just go. Actually, Frozean putting it on a starport now, but as far as the initial, he didn't really do anything different except for putting his barracks farther out. So other than that, though, he didn't go for that second barracks or anything. He didn't actually go for the barracks going very much faster than normal. As you can see, his Marine came in at the same time Hwasin's Marine came out, which means that basically Hwasin had all the advantage because all the time spent moving his SCV out there to build the barracks and the time spent for the Marines to walk, completely equalized by the fact that Hwasin was just, back on a regular track. But Frozean's going for the starport now, and Hwasin's going for the command center here. So he's spending a lot of money on that command center. I guess he figures that he's fought off this cheese and well, I don't know if you call it cheese exactly, actually, but he's fought off this little rush thing, and figuring that Frozean is probably going to go for something else. Probably usually after that kind of thing, players will try to expand while they're cheesing or something like that. Try and take advantage of that stalling. Either way, though, whatever his reasoning, Hwasin going for command, and never mind, Frozean is going for another command center as well. So Hwasin's actually going to be economically ahead here in just a second. His command center finishing way ahead.
Yeah, just that choice to get the command center down first is usually quite crucial in TVT. It really puts the onus on the other player to try and do some damage as a result. And I don't think Frozean is in a position to do any damage at this point because he's not actually ahead of Hwasin in terms of units. And oh my god, Frozean actually going for a cloaked wraiths, but Hwasin has got an SCV in Frozean's base, so he's actually going to see that Frozean has committed to wraiths. As you can see there, his SCV almost killed, and single wraith being produced. Hwasin is going to have plenty of time to deal with this wraith because at the moment it's one unupgraded wraith, and Frozean's forces are being pushed back. So Hwasin actually taking an early lead here by getting the command center up quicker, and he's gonna be able to get the technology prepared to deal with those wraiths. So I actually have to call a game in favor of Hwasin at this point. He's successfully defended Frozean's attack earlier on, and oh my god, this could be bad if he's forcing Frozean to cancel commands. Oh my god, he did. Frozean actually had to cancel his command center there, so he's going to be even further behind. Oh my god, this is actually looking terrible for Frozean. Yeah, I guess this blue uniform didn't really do much good. Blue's my favorite color, but Frozean definitely behind in this game.
I'm surprised actually that Frozean persisted with that attack. I really would have gone for, I don't know, a dropship or something like that, not a wraith, because he was getting pressed on pretty hard there. It was really clever on Hwasin's part. If you saw, like, right as he was holding his troops back, he was waiting for Frozean to come into him, predicting that Frozean was going to continue with that pressure, and then he snuck an SCV underneath, and now the wraith, already 2 Goliaths underneath, the Academy is up. He's going to have Comsat in a second, going to be able to take care of this wraith fairly easily. So this wraith harass not really doing anything, trying to run that wraith out, just trying to be annoying as possible with it. But yeah, way economically behind, and I think it's just going to be a matter of time before Hwasin builds up some forces. He's getting a starport down of his own, which surprises me. I don't think he needs to get a starport. I think he can kind of march on this map. And now Frozean, it looks like he's trying to set up a little bit of perimeter, has a second wraith out. I'm surprised that Hwasin's building a wraith. We'll see what he does with that. He's already got Goliath on the ground. Frozean now trying to catch up. Looks like he's going to double expand. He's going to float a command center out to the 6 o'clock, or his natural basically, and then he's also going to take that 3 o'clock location. Just hope that that's not scouted out, and honestly that's a big risk. I don't think he can defend it, and right now it looks like he might be able to get that barracks down, which will at least stop those factories going up for a moment. But in the meantime, as you can see, Hwasin has those 3 tanks, those 4 Goliaths, and 4 Marines, and it looks like he's starting to push that 3 o'clock location. I don't know if he's got it scouted out or not, though.
It seems like Frozean, well, first of all, he's been behind the entire game, because the very first thing he did was get behind by moving his barracks out there and all that, and Hwasin easily fended that up. Well, I won't say easily, but and then it's been kind of a desperation game from there on out. He went for the raised, I think, just because he felt he needed to do something. He knew he was behind economically. He needed to do something to maybe pick off some units and catch up. I do think that maybe a vulture drop might have been a little bit more effective. I think you're right about that. It occurred to me he might be getting raised because he might be expecting a drop to follow up, because he knows that he does have the starport with the control tower already. I'm not sure if that's it. And then out of almost desperation again, Frozean double expanding, hoping again to try and... The raids didn't work, so I'll try double expanding, and maybe that'll pan out. And nothing seeming to work at all. Hwasin just very regularly countering every little trick that Frozean is trying to be up to.
One possible reason why Hwasin has decided to go for wraiths is because he knows that he doesn't really need to upgrade cloaking. He can use his comstats to scout Frozean's wraiths, and that's what actually happened there in that cute little play that we saw. But never mind the wraiths. I don't think the wraiths are going to determine the outcome of this game, actually. Hwasin hasn't scouted the 4 o'clock yet. He's about to. One single marine is about to scout this out, so if he takes out this expansion, I think it's going to be all over Frozean. But importantly, Hwasin is actually consolidating his lead by expanding at the 12 o'clock. And that means that both players are going to be on 3 bases, but Hwasin's actually still going to be ahead economically because his bases went up quicker and he's got more SCVs at them. Hwasin is at this point probably just deciding in his own mind, how am I going to deal with that 4 o'clock? And he's got a couple of options really. One option is just simply to move his entire force down there and take it out, which gives Frozean a small opportunity to push up through the middle of the map. Another option would just be to harass it gently with a couple of units, maybe a Wraith or a couple of Goliaths or something like that, or some Marines. At any rate, he can afford to do that because Frozean won't be able to move across the map. Oh my god, his Wraith's actually doing an annoying bit of damage there by just keeping Frozean's forces just pinned down there. And that's just 2 Goliaths right there. All he needs to do is just move them over there because it prevents Frozean from building a whole lot of SCVs, easily taking out the SCVs. Frozean has scouted the 12 o'clock expansion by Frozean, but Frozean isn't in a position to counter it. 4 tanks coming in. This is some fairly confident stuff from Frozean, but oh my god, Hwasin actually sieging up in front of Frozean's base and just firing over the wall with the Wraiths there to scout. So great play by Hwasin. This is really decisive. Frozean has moved those tanks over to defend his 4 o'clock position, and he's left himself undefended. I think this is it, guys. I think Hwasin has just taken this game with this play we've seen, because now that factory has been lifted off. He can't produce as much. Those tanks going up to the 12 o'clock, but Hwasin's definitely got this under control. He's taken the middle of the map. He's definitely got Frozean on the back foot. Frozean producing something again from the starports, but it's not really going to work. Hwasin, I think, has really sort of got this game in his grip. I think that's fairly plain to see.
Yeah, Hwasin from top to bottom really taking this match. And Frozean, I wonder if this is a little bit of a Q mistake, putting his buildings really close to that edge. And I like that. I guess that another purpose of those Wraith is to really, at that 6 o'clock position, they really pay off as spotters there. Now SCV's coming off the top line. I'm surprised that Hwasin looks like he's just going to end it now, not even going to dedicate reinforcements at the moment. Dropship being produced. Wraith looks like it's just about going to be able to take it out. No, it looks like the dropship managed to sneak through, but honestly, Hwasin's seen it. He knows there's a dropship out there, and honestly, I don't think Frozean can produce forces really to put anything in that dropship anyway. And losing another factory there, lifting it off now. I think it's going to burn down though. Wraith attacking. No, it looks like he's going to be able to just barely keeping it up. And now it looks, the Goliath can be able to fight back that Wraith. But yeah, now it's just kind of Hwasin taking his time, now attacking that 3 o'clock location. There's nothing that Frozean can do. It looks like he's actually putting in 4 tanks, but honestly, I think those 4 tanks could be better spent elsewhere. I don't know, attacking the 12 o'clock, something like that. At least trying to keep Hwasin on his tone. He's got to go all in at the moment someplace here, because he's way out of the game right now. He's only got 2 factories producing right now, kind of a skeleton crew. I expect him to kind of do one kind of suicide dash, maybe at this outside force, and then probably going to GG after that. But wow, Hwasin catching at the perfect moment. Ends up losing actually both those tanks. Actually, I thought they were timed a little bit ahead of time. I just miscued on that, I guess. But I don't think he's going to be able to break this. Now dropships coming in from Hwasin. That's going to be the killing blow at the 3 o'clock. So there goes those 4 tanks there, and he's going to be able to clean up the 3 o'clock and just leave the Goliath there in advance. And there's Frozean GGing. So Hwasin really in the lead from top to bottom and taking that match fairly easily.
Yeah, he basically got it, like I said before, he kind of got ahead economically at the beginning and stayed that way the whole time. Watching it. Usually they cut away to the players right after the game, but we got to watch the tanks. I missed the shoot that command center for a while. That was fun. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure why Frozean did what he did. He didn't really do it deliberately enough to put enough pressure to accomplish anything. But he did it, so he was able to put himself behind. So kind of a lose-lose situation the way he played it out, I think.
Yeah, I've just got a couple of things left to say. One of them would be, just for people that aren't too familiar with that map, Hwasin was actually getting us another expansion at the 12 o'clock before we saw the game end, and if he didn't succeed by taking out the 4 o'clock, he definitely would have won economically, because the map is a 3-player map, and each start location has a natural as usual, but there are actually 3 more expansions on the other corners of the map which have sort of pseudo-natural expansions next to them, so he was easily able to grab a double expansion there. Second thing I wanted to say is that Hwasin is now going in to face Jaedong in Game 3, and I am really excited about that game. Hwasin actually beat Jaedong in the Pro League not too long ago, and that was an excellent game. Jaedong not playing poorly, but Hwasin was actually really in control. Excellent macro, excellent micromanagement. TVZ has actually always been Hwasin's best matchup, in my opinion, with his TVP, coming in second. I'm not sure about his TVT. I mean, his TVT is really solid. It definitely was solid in that game. It isn't quite solid enough. It doesn't have that extra bit of flair to beat players like Flash and Mind and 5-Bat Hero, for example. But his TVC is, on a good day, is something which is a really fearsome force to be reckoned with, and I'm really looking forward to see what he has to show us against Jaedong coming up next.
Yeah, guys, thanks for listening, and special thanks again to Vaul. Check out Vaul SC on YouTube, as well as Moletrap, if you guys don't know who that is, and me, Diggity SC, just in case for whatever reason you've been listening to Vilotac this entire time and have no clue what we're doing on this account. Crazy. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.
Wait, who's Moletrap? What?